The S&P 500 and NASDAQ post record closes to end this holiday shortened week. Investors embracing the idea that the June jobs report may push the Fed closer to that rate cut. Yahoo Finance's Jared Blickery joins us here with more on the trading day takeaways. Jared?
Well, thank you, Josh. I think the Megacaps, we talk about concentration. You can't talk about it enough. So I'm saying record Megacap highs. We had 4 today amid Christmas in July. That's a reference to this seasonality, this bullish seasonality that we've had. So I'm not going to show any seasonality maps, but I do want to show the Megacaps. And 4 out of the 7 magnificent 7 posted records today. Microsoft, Alphabet, Apple, and Meta. Amazon just missed it by less than $1. Nvidia's red there, but I just think that kind of tells the whole story there. We have this bullish seasonality, and what do markets have the tenacity to do? Go higher, and that's what we're saying.
Is it just big tech, Jared? Is that all we have?
No,
there's more to the story.
Well, I've been seeing software catch up recently, so I like IGV as a software ETF. That is just shy of record highs. So we are seeing it's kind of spread into some other areas, but is software that different from tech? The whole AI story. Let me just show you. This is the NASDAQ 100 versus the Russell 2000. This goes all the way back to the late 1980s. Here is the dot-com bubble, and what you will notice is we are higher. So small caps are even at less evaluation premium to the large caps, and I'm using the NASDAQ 100 and the Russell 2000 as proxies, than that tech bubble that we had 24 years ago. So something is a little bit different.
All right, Jared Blickery, point number 2.
Intervention is at nigh in Japan.
I love the nigh.
Yes.
You don't hear that word very often.
You don't hear. You know what? Also, I like yentervention. You could just make a portmanteau out of that. I did bring some charts, and here we have the Japanese 10-year bond versus its target range. So in purple we have the bond. This goes back to 2016, 2017, and these blue dotted lines, that is the Bank of Japan. That's where they're trying to keep it contained. As you'll notice here, they're not really keeping it contained. They keep trying to keep it in there, but then they are forced to capitulate. And as they are playing this, as this is playing out, the yen has been weakening. The yen has been weakening.
Talk to me about the yen. How's that playing to the story?
The yen has been weakening to levels that we haven't seen since 1986. So this is the US dollar versus the yen. And let me put a max chart on. So you'll see this goes back to the late 1990s. And here we are. We are at the highest point that we've seen on this entire chart. Torsten Slok, Apollo chief global economist, he says that the yen would be at 140. It's at 160 now. It would be at 140 if the Bank of Japan were not pulling all these levers. So there's a big dislocation in there, and the worry is that there's this dislocation that kind of hits the market all at once. You spread things out, generally it's okay, but sometimes you hit some problems here if it all comes at once.
Last Blickery point.
We got to talk about crypto. Crypto never sleeps, and we are facing another 48 hours here without prices, but not in crypto. So I've been tracking this crypto crash that we've had, kind of a big deal, because Bitcoin itself has broken through a trading range that is held for several months here. I'm going to get our crypto heat map up. And there we go. So you'll see Bitcoin in the red for 3%. It kind of broke down yesterday, and we got this news about Mt. Gox. We also have Germany. All in all, something like
bearish headlines. Yep, short-term.
190,000 Bitcoins. So you multiply this price times 190,000, you're going to get 10 billion, something like that. That is a potential maximum amount of selling that's going to hit the market. Doesn't mean it's all going to happen at once, but I think it's instructive that we are breaking down through this range. So Bitcoin kind of famous for false breakdowns. If we're back above 60,000 by Monday, I would say that's another one, but probably that is not my base case. So I think we're in for a little bit more prolonged downturn here with respect to crypto overall.
All right, levels to watch. Thank you, Jared.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.